Hello everyone, this tutorial video is for Adobe Photoshop CC. Lesson 3, Working with Selections. So first we need to open Adobe Photoshop CC and choose Open to locate into Lesson 3 folder and choose ZeroStart.psd and click Open. So we need to save it as a new document. Choose File, Save As, and rename it as 03 working.psd in Lesson 3 folder and click Save. So first we need to use the Zoom tool. Here is the Zoom tool. We need to use Zoom In the options. And to zoom in the bottom left part of the image. And then we choose Quick Selection tool, which is the first one, Quick Selection tool. And then we select Auto Enhance in the options bar. So to check Auto Enhance, and then click on an off-white area near the outside edge of the sand color, and then zoom out to see the whole image. Like this, to see the whole image. And then choose the Move tool to drag the selected area to the place where labeled as A. And then release your mouse. And then choose Select to deselect. Now we need to go back to Zoom tool again. It should be Zoom In. And then zoom in the bottom left part of the image. And then we choose Elliptical Marquee tool. We right-click this tool, select the second one, Elliptical Marquee tool, and drag a marquee. At this time, don't release your mouse. You need to press spacebar and then move your mouse. So now you can say you are actually moving the selection without enlarging it, like this, and then you release the spacebar without release your mouse. And then move to make bigger and press spacebar again to move it until you perfectly select this whole plate. Okay. So after you select it, release your mouse. And then we choose View to fit on screen. Now you can see the whole image. And then choose Elliptical Marquee tool again. And press Ctrl for Windows or Command for Mac. And you'll see the cursor changes to the Move tool, which means you can drag it to move it. Place it in B area, like this. And then press the up arrow key to move the plate. Or you can press the down arrow key to move it back, like this. And then you can choose Select to deselect. Now we are going to use the Rectangular Marquee tool, which is the first one, Rectangular Marquee tool, and drag a selection around the piece of coral. We should cover it like this. And then we use the Magic Wand tool, which is the second one, Magic Wand tool. Choose it, and then select the white area within that rectangle. And now you will see the coral is selected. We use the Move tool to move the coral to C area, here. And then choose Select to deselect. And then go back to Zoom tool again and choose Zoom in to see the muscle image. Like this. And then we choose Lasso tool. So these are the Lasso tools. The first one is the freehand Lasso tool. So you can draw the selection freehandly. Or you can choose the second one, which is polygonal Lasso tool. Click once to drag the straight line to make the selections, like this. Or you can select magnetic Lasso tool. It should be in this as the 3 tool. If you cannot see it, come here. Magnetic Lasso tool. And I click it once and then move it. And you can say there are different points appears. It's because the color of this background and the color of this muscle is very different. So I'll do it like this. And then go back to the original point. Click once. And now you have selected. And then we choose View to fit on screen. And then press Ctrl for Windows or Command for Mac. And now we have the Move tool to drag it to D area. And release your mouse. So we need to then choose the Edit, Transform, and then choose Rotate. Now you can see a rectangle appears here. And then move your cursor out of one of the handle point, and you can see a curve appears with the cursor, which means you can drag to rotate the image. So we drag, hold on your mouse and rotate it like this to fit in the shadow area. To apply the change, press Return or Enter. And then you can go to Select to deselect. And now we need to use the magnetic Lasso tool again to select the Nautilus image and drag it to E area. I'll go with the edge of this image. Or you can use the Wand tool. The Quick Selection tool or the Magic Wand tool. Like I'll use the Quick Selection tool to select this one. And then use the Move tool. And move it to E area. And then choose Select to deselect. And then we need to use the Zoom tool to zoom in to see the scroll. And select Elliptical marquee tool, which is the second one, and move to the center of the scroll. And drag. At the same time, you press Alt for Windows or Option for Mac. Now I'll press Option, and you can say the marquee is enlarged from the middle, and then you release it. And then we choose View, Fit on Screen, and then use the Move tool to drag the scroll to the lower right of the shadow box, like this. Drag it here, and then choose Edit, Transform, and choose Scale. And then press Shift and drag one of the handle to shrink the scroll. Like this to make it smaller, and then you release your mouse and press return. Move it to the middle, or I'll make it smaller. I'll just move it here. And then we choose the Move tool and press Alt for Windows or Option for Mac to drag the scroll to the other 3 corners. Don't forget to press Option, so this automatically copy and paste the scroll. Just continue to do this. And then we need to select to deselect. And now we need to use the Crop tool to crop the image. Make sure the ratio is selected and delete cropped pixels is selected. And then we need to crop the image. To apply the changes, double-click. And don't forget to save your work.